His morning crew with Rob, Allison, and Jim.
I can't wait for you to be reintroduced to a young lady that's making such an impact in our community.
Yes, Adahlia Nix, she launched a ministry where she washes clothes for low-income and homeless people completely free. It's called For Frankie. We introduced you to Ada back in January. You're now 21, is that right? 21 years old, and she's doing amazing things for her community. Thank you for being here.
Of course.
So how's the ministry going?
Really good.
Awesome.
So I think I probably mentioned when I was here in January the future being a mobile service. I'm not sure if I did or not. But that was supposed to happen like 5 years from now if I could have planned the future. So having done this since October and now it only being April, 7 months, not 5 years.
Wow, God's really blessed this ministry.
So Mike Rowe, the guy that does dirty jobs, actually did a clean job, didn't he?
Yes, he did.
He came to you and he surprised you, which was so awesome. I can't wait to hear about that. But he wanted some kind of snot bubble crying emotion out of you.
You know, it's funny, when we started this, I was like, God, I don't want people to cry. I don't want to make them cry. Now, I want to see them. I want the ugly cry.
Yeah, exactly.
I want to see the...
Well, I spoke with her parents, and they said that she's an ugly crier. So,
Good.
So we might get that.
Good. I want the snot bubble. I want the quivering lip. I want the gasping.
I think we're going to get it. I think it's going to happen.
And? Did it happen?
Did you get the snot bubble?
I didn't get a snot bubble, but I cried pretty hard. Ugly cry.
An
as
ugly
people
cry.
would say.
I don't see how you could do an ugly cry.
The most comments that I've gotten and like people reaching out to me were like, I ugly cried this morning. My coffee was salty. And I'm like,
What's that mean?
I know.
I love how, and this is all in his Facebook show, Returning the Favor is what it's called. I love how he calls you Dimples.
Yeah.
He's like, hey, Dimples. It was so cute. And then, of course, the thing he does in every show is he has this huge surprise. So here's the big reveal for the surprise that he organized for Ada.
I hung on every word you said, and I did my best to try and figure out, as best I could, what the simplest thing to do would be. And because we couldn't come up with anything simple, we came up with something marginally complicated. Lucian, are you standing by, my friend?
Q-Van, Q-Van, Q-Van.
So Ada gets the van that she was telling you about just earlier here for Frankie. That's amazing. What did you think when that van came rolling in?
I had so many different, every time I watch it, I'm like, oh my gosh, levels of emotion. Like to see all those people there for this moment to share with me was like incredible in itself. And then I see the van and I'm like, oh my gosh, because my husband and I were like, if this is the show that they're here for, because I kind of figured out, I typed the director's name in Google and I kind of ruined it for myself. But I was like, yeah, a lot of people seems like they're getting like an awesome monetary donation or like a car, and I'm like, if they gave me a van, it'd probably just like be a white van and I would have to do the dirty work and put the washers and like the logo on it. But that was like my dream, and I have on my iPad that I drew probably back in January. That is what I drew.
You drew the van that you actually received from Mike
Blue
Rowe.
with my logo, everything.
That is
Wow.
just amazing.
And I asked them, like, right when I got it, I was like, did my husband, like, go in my iPad? Because he knew I drew it. Did he go and, like, send it to them? And he was like, no, I didn't. I'm like, wowza.
That's amazing. God is so good. And so this is the kind of a funny little thing. My community group was supposed to volunteer with you guys, and you texted me and you're like, I have to reschedule. There's a crew coming, and I've kind of put together the pieces,
right.
and I
Yes.
think it was this crew.
It was, for sure.
So then we came a few weeks later, and you had the van, and then this happened. The van got stuck in a ditch.
Yes.
But it was awesome because this guy Josh in my community group has a truck, and he had the thing, and he pulled it out of the ditch for you. But we didn't know that this was a gift from Mike Rowe, so it's kind of cool knowing now that that's where the van came from.
That upset me so much.
But it was okay. We were there to help.
Yes, because I was backing up, and in my right, gosh, that's so funny. And the right mirror, flat ground, left mirror, flat ground, behind me, telephone pole.
Oh.
And then right in front of it, didn't see the ditch, and I'm waving to one of your volunteers. I'm like, hey, and then I'm like,
right in.
crap. And then I get out and I see that my tire, you can see my tire's not even on the ground.
But it's
So,
all okay.
it's all good.
And it's
Thanks
doing
to
what
your
it's meant to
friends.
do, right?
Yeah.
It's helping people.
Yeah.
Now, I'm curious, do you have it here? Did you actually drive it here?
I did.
Did you really?
Yes.
You know what I think we should do? Okay, coming up in 5 minutes, let's set up shop out in the van, have the cameras up and going so you can actually see this thing on Apple TV, Roku, and the His Radio TV app so we can get kind of a quick little tour
Cool.
of the van that you just received.
And you could
That'd
do
be
some of
awesome.
Jim's laundry?
Yeah.
He did
got a
bring it, you
generator?
know.
Yeah, I brought it on.